how's it going? My name is Aisling Drennan and I'm chatting to you live from my studio in London in the UK. I am here with The Bump, and last week I shared with you that I've just started into a new body of work. So how that begins is with paint studies, which are here behind me, and they act as a space to try out new ideas and inform larger works. I will be offering these 4 studies via my website. You can sign up via the link. They will be £250 each. You will receive them flat packed, signed on reverse, and each has a white border to provide space for framing if you so wish to do so. I get a lot of DMs from people about art buying and how to start buying art, and lots of questions around that area. So I think something like these paint studies is a great place to start, because you are getting an original painting at an affordable price, and also you're going to learn a lot about the process and the making of the painting, because I'm sharing lots of content on my Instagram at the minute around the materials that I'm using, why I'm using them, and how I'm building and structuring the painting. So what I'm going to do now is have a chat through these 4 paintings behind me, and then I'm going to show you 2 that I've just been having a load of crack with on the side. So 2 of these paintings are reserved already. If you're interested in reserving a painting, it means that you're just registering your interest in it. Just pop me a DM or an email to hello@aislingdrennan.com. So I'm going to start with these 2 yellow paintings. I'm on a big yellow buzz at the minute, particularly I think because it's January and it's grey. It's depressing. So it's really quite uplifting to come into my studio and have this big burst of yellow going on. I have put down a few base layers and then pushed in through these layers, so you get a lot of reflection and push and pull through. You get a lot of tonality difference from the top to the bottom. I've also placed this painting from last year because above these ones, because there's a lot going on here that I want to replicate and play with, and there's nice looseness in this that I want to build on. So adds a real softness because you get the variant and the tonality. Now I feel like on reflection of the work that I was doing this morning that this has become a bit too heavy. The greys are a bit too heavy, and I'm going to start lightening them up, because I want to keep some of that nice heaviness of the grey, but I don't want it to be too domineering. So I'm going to add a whole other layer of paint onto both of these this evening or tomorrow morning, depending how I get on with the rest of today. Then in this blue one, so here I'm just starting to have some real crack with this, because I've been working a lot with these trios of blocks of colour and blocks of paint, which is like boulders, which is inspired by rock landscapes, which is what my work is currently informed by. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know this. But I just wanted to start pulling them apart, and I wanted to get like a threading idea through it. Again, coming back to this painting, I love these yellow marks. I finished this painting. There's like a real lightness and flow and like threading. So I had started mapping it out and how I could play with that down here, and then I've transferred that up onto this one, and really I'm just letting it develop organically and see what happens, because that's part of the process, isn't it? Like you have to learn to trust your own abilities and your own creativity, and you know, you have to fail as well. You have to screw it up and you have to make mistakes and not be afraid to make the mistakes. So I'm just going to see how this develops, but right now I'm loving it. I'm like really pleased with how it's going. And then the green one is in the very early stages, so there's about 3 full layers of paint down here, and with each layer then I've pushed through with my finger, so you get, you know, the darker and the lighter areas coming through and some of the texture of the painting. Then above the green you'll see these marks that I started making here. Again, I was just pulling out these sort of boulder shapes that I've been playing with for the last like 2 years, and I was just starting to map out and think about how I could use them differently. So then over here I applied those shapes into this green and this blue, and I'm really not sure where these are going, but I'm loving it. Like I'm loving the sense of lightness and fold. It's almost like they're floating, and I love the play on that idea, because these are obviously taken from rock landscapes, rock formations, which are naturally very heavy, but if I can apply a lightness to them, like I think it's just a real fun way of reimagining you know, a organic natural material. So I don't know, I'm gonna see where these go. These are really experimental, but I'm having great fun with them, and it's a big part of my process is to just, at this stage of making paintings, I need to just let my mind go and let creative flow come in and see what happens. And again, these studies inform larger work, so I'll see if they make the cut essentially and end up in one of the larger paintings. This is one of the larger paintings that I've literally just put a first layer down on. Haven't got these tones right yet, so I need to go over it again and blend it and get a good smoothness. This is linen. There's quite a strong gradient, like the material basically is coming through a lot stronger than I had anticipated, so I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to work with that. So for this week, I will be sharing lots more content around these paintings over the next couple of weeks, and hope you enjoy. Just pop me a DM or send me an email if you have any questions, and thanks as always for watching. Bye!